Sanat Kumara, the planetary logos, master of the world. From the point of tension, the life pattern of the planetary logos and his will become embodied and finally matured through the processes of evolution. Shambala receives energy from various solar and extrasolar entities or centers of emphatic and energetic life, that is, from Venus, from the central spiritual sun, from the current conditioning constellation through which our solar sun may be passing, from the Great Bear and other cosmic centers. Sirius, so important a factor in the spiritual life of the planet, brings its energies to bear direct upon the hierarchy, and energy from Sirius does not normally enter our planetary life via Shambhala. Shambhala is the head center, speaking symbolically of our planetary life, focusing will, love, and intelligence in one great and fundamental intention and holding that focused point throughout the entire life cycle of a planet. This great intention embodies current purpose and expresses itself throughout the medium of the plan. Under the law of sacrifice, Sanat Kumara must turn his back upon the central spiritual sun and with the light of his countenance irradiate the path of the prisoners of the planet. He sentences himself to stay for as long as may be needed, acting as the sun and the light of the planet until the day be with us and the night of Pralaya descends upon his finished task. Thus and only thus can the light of the spiritual sun begin to penetrate the dark places of the earth. When this happens, all shadows disappear, an occult reference to all the embracing radiance of the monad as it absorbs both its reflection, the soul, and its shadow, the personality. The initiate, on his tiny scale, achieves a paralyzing expression of the law of sacrifice. He eventually turns his back upon the courts of Shambhala and upon the way of the higher evolution as he retains his contact with the earth and work as a member of the hierarchy for the extension of the will to good among men and therefore among all the lesser evolutions. Under the law of sacrifice, the Lord of the world remains ever behind the scenes, unknown and unrealized by the humanity. He came in to save until such time as they have reached the stage of flowering forth as perfect men and in turn became the saviors of humanity. Then they know him to exist. From the standpoint of the forms of life in the four kingdoms of nature, Sanat Kumara is non-existent. In developed humanity, prior to moving on to the provisionary path, he is sensed and dimly sought under the vase word God. Later, as the life of the disciple have manifested, reaches the higher layers or break in the human hierarchy. There emerges in the consciousness of the disciple the assurance that behind the phenomenal world is a world of saving lives, of which he may eventually form a part. He begins to sense that behind these leaves there stand great beings of power, wisdom, and love who, in their turn and under the supremacy of Sanat Kumara, the eternal youth, the creator, the Lord of the world.